Alright, hello, welcome back to another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video here. So, late last night, we did actually have, and I missed this at the time, a new teaser for the Global Dokkan Campaign. Now, this is pretty interesting because I mean, we'll see exactly what happens, of course, but I'm pretty sure that this rules out one of the prominent theories. And pretty much, it's like 99% chance that a different one is happening. And that being said, I did really want Namek+ROF. It does at least appear to me that the Global Dokkan Campaign, at least in part, is going to be Diama. Now, there's been a lot of stuff coming together, over the last couple months or so, really, where they're updating assets. They're, with like adding the category mission execution, which I should probably pull up here at some point, but it does include some of the Daima characters that aren't on as many categories. And like with this teaser, like everything just has been coming together, and it really does appear to me that at least in part we are going to have Daima for the Global Dokkan Campaign. Now, we don't know if it's going to be like 4 LRs or 6 LRs. I mean, I think there's, quote unquote evidence to point towards 6 LRs. But I would say I would remain cautious. I'd advise being cautious. I think it's going to be 4 personally. And we also don't know if it's going to be GT Daima combo or just full Daima. I also personally think it's just going to be full Daima. But that being said, let's start out with the teaser here we received last night and then start going over some of the other information we received. So obviously they themselves, posted this. And right here, they're just showing, some of the 10th anniversary cards here. And then they start playing this musical piece. Now, I don't know if, like, it's just not coming to memory, but I don't remember what this is from. Maybe you guys know what this is supposed to be. Maybe they'll add more, like, music playing. But yeah, here's the part that really matters, right here at the very end. Okay, so as you can see, it shows the start date, 7/7. And then there's like a heartbeat playing. Now, they want to just put the heartbeat there for no reason. And that being said, there's also not a lot that, like, would really, you'd think would be, like, heartbeat related, sort of, for, like, a Dragon Ball character. Now, with that hint, it did lead, seeing this, I mean, for me, I mean, they're really trying to hype it up. And when I see the heartbeat scene, I mean, there are potentially a few other things that this could relate to, but for me, I see that. Oh no, it went away. Hold on, let me cut away. I'll be right back. All right, here we are. I had it pulled up. I guess Crunchyroll kind of loaded it back to the start of the episode for whatever reason. So I'm not sure how much of this I'm actually like, allowed to play. So I'm not gonna play anything. I'm just gonna have like the image here. For me, if you watch the scene back from episode 18, like entirety, when Neva is putting the sort of like energy into him, it does go like vaguely into his chest, right? And there's like the sort of in the background of the scene, there's like the bubbles like sort of appearing and like popping, which I suppose could maybe be what the heartbeat scene or the heartbeat is trying to reference. I'm not entirely sure, but the real big thing, the real info, which I think might have been an accident, and this was, I did not catch this. I don't have Instagram, but I saw Toon Rami, when I was getting ready to record this, I saw a tweet from him. And here's the tweet. So if you don't know, This is the voice actor, the English voice actor, for Kid Goku, which obviously Kid Goku is in most of Daima. And this specifically right here, this is the newest post from Stephanie, which was the Global Dokkan, celebration teaser they put out last night. And it's like, I mean, maybe because she's a Dragon Ball voice actress, you could say, oh well, that's why she's retweeting it. But like, I don't. Did anyone else really retweet it? I don't. It's like she's the prominent person, obviously, for Daima. Goku's the main character, and Goku was in his sort of mini form for most of the series. And for me, I've always said, these last couple months, I don't think they will release mini and adult Super Saiyan 4 Goku at the same time. To me, it just doesn't make any sense. Dokkan is pretty smart, usually, about how they release things. And they do like to, if you just like go back in the past, I mean, you look at like Gogeta Blue, right? You look at, Vegito Blue when the anime was going, right? UI Goku, right? You look at all of these examples, like Beast Gohan. They'll release the first version, roughly speaking, not too long after wherever they premiered. And then they will release the, sort of more hype, big moments later down the line. They have a real big history of doing that. Like if you look at Gogeta Blue, we have the TUR Super Saiyan who transformed into blue, and then we had, what was it, like a year later, they had the 5th anniversary Gogeta Blue LR, right? I mean, you look at Beast Gohan, we had from 2022 going into 2023 New Year's, which we all know how that went, but that was the sort of initial version, and then more or less about a year later with maybe a year and some change since it was part 2, but we actually had just start of turn Beast Gohan, like the best character in the game by far. Like, they've shown time and time again they like to release a sort of quote unquote less hype thing, and then they'll further the hype character, and then they'll release the big stuff. So to me, I'm very confident that it's going to be Diamond. I really did want Namek+ROF. Maybe we'll still see a Namek or ROF for Tanabata, but it's not going to be both. So I mean, I'm disappointed about that. I don't know, but it just like, I mean, we got to get the big Diamond stuff in Dokkan sooner or later. I thought it made the most sense to me for mini Super Saiyan 4 Goku and Goma as Tanabata, with adult Super Saiyan 4 Goku and adult Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta for 11th anniversary. But I guess, even then, I even thought that maybe that was quite a bit off. Now, what could we see for the choices? I don't know entirely. I don't think they're going to use the adult forms yet, either of them. I still think 11th anniversary for those guys makes a ton of sense. So I think they're going to stick to, like, mini Super Saiyan 4 Goku, Goma. We could probably see like a Tag Ku Do character. I think that'd be really cool. And then maybe like see, that fourth option's kind of odd. I think they could probably get away with like some sort of Tamagami thing, or maybe, I don't know about Neva, right? I don't know about all that, but maybe they could even do like some sort of, damn, I don't know, cause it's literally the Daima stuff. Daima was a lot of fun, but it had tremendous pacing issues. I do think is both of those are fair to say. There's not a lot of like traditional hype stuff. I mean, there's a lot of cool stuff that happens at Daima, but there's not. It's really like the main end stuff that's gonna really shine for people. And we already have many Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta, so I mean he's not coming. So I'm not really sure what they do for that 4th slot. I mean that's what leads a lot of people to think maybe we will see GT play a part. I've explained in some of my videos. I don't think GT is coming. If you just look at the EZAs we have lined up for the next year, there's way too much GT stuff that is like on the cusp of being ready to EZA for me to go, oh yeah, they're just gonna drop big GT stuff right now. When I mean honestly, GT doesn't have that much. Unfortunate as it is, I mean GT has like five, six hype characters, right? You have Super 17, you have Sin/Omega, you have Super Saiyan 4 Goku, Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, and then you have like Baby. Like that's, I mean, there's some cool stuff otherwise, like Majub, I think is pretty cool, but he's not obviously like big hype like the rest of those guys. So I do think everything, at least at the moment, is pointing towards Diamond. Now, also, a couple other things I wanted to go over here. They did make this other sort of tweet here. Now, this is when they're going to release information. So I think this is an interesting time, I will say. This is like 5, 6 a.m. my time, I think, is when this is supposed to be. So that'll be interesting. What we should see in this July 2nd video should be like the arts, right? They'll give us probably like the theme for the celebration, the arts. Maybe we'll see like a countdown EZA, stuff like that, but we're not going to get like the big kit details. The big kit details, stuff like that, will be for this stream or video, whatever this is supposed to be, on the 5th. So the 2nd is when we will know 100% for sure. I will say that I do find it pretty interesting that we are quite a bit off still, obviously, from these dates. So I do think, I mean, because today is the 23rd, right? I mean, the 2nd, obviously, is quite a while off. We're talking like nine days off. So I would not be surprised if they keep dropping a hint every other day or so. I mean, we'll see. But with what the information we have right now, as well as I did want to go over some more stuff, they did correct the name for Goma's super attack effect. I mean, sure they want to add corrections, but it feels kind of weird because the way they've been doing this sort of Daima event, right, is every 2 weeks they've been updating it. Now, the data download, that we had last night was for this Saturday. So on the 28th is when we'll see the stuff that was in this data download, which means, by the time the next stage releases, it should be at least the 12th. That should be the final stage, I think. So I mean, if we're having, and you'll see the assets here, if we're having this stuff on the 28th, obviously that's, June only goes up to the 30th, right? If we're having all of this stuff in the story event, literally days before the reveal, the info on the theme, like arts, whatever, we'll see that stuff on the 2nd, and then early into the 2nd, mind you. And then on the 5th is when we're going to, late on the 5th, mind you, is when we will see all the actual kit stuff. So I mean, with how they've been handling the event, I mean, everything, it lines up too good, right? And this isn't like the only time they've updated the assets. They've been updating the assets. I want to cut away actually real quick again and see if I can't pull up the Daima Story event itself. Because if you look at that event, you can see that they, some of the like Tamagami enemy cards or like the Dooku, they don't really have a lot of categories, which means in game they probably won't have a lot of categories. However, if they are giving them, like the mission execution category, like they're adding that, they could potentially add a new category for the sort of celebration itself, right? Like it doesn't like Dokkan, when they release categories nowadays, they have a plan for them. Like they don't just release stuff just to release. So it's all coming together. They've been updating the assets slowly over time. We have the new teaser, which to me I think really is supposed to reference that scene that I showed earlier with the the mini Super Saiyan 3 Goku when he's starting to transform. We have the voice actress for Mini Goku retweeting the Dokkan thing, which doesn't really happen. I mean, it's not like she was out here retweeting the Golden Week stuff, right? So it's like it's all, and we got to get the stuff in sooner or rather than later. Like I really thought Tanabata an anniversary would be good timings, but even me, I was like, I mean, it's kind of far off, but I really did want the Namek+ROF stuff though, but it just, to me, this makes so much sense. So hold on, let me cut away again real quick, and then I do want to pull up the sort of Diama story event. We can look at some of those boss cards. So we'll be right back. Alright, so we're back here. Now, just like I said, real quick, I did want to show some of these, card boss enemy IDs that we have in game. So this is Majin Buu, and you'll see mission execution. And he has a couple other categories, but I mean, if he released with just 4 categories, like that'd be pretty rough. So I think we could even, I mean, we'll see. But they do tend to add new categories with these more, these bigger celebrations. So I think it's possible we'll see a new category that also fits Buu, as well as Tamagami number 3. I don't know if they'll do like a straight up Daima category just yet. I really wouldn't want them to unless it's just Daima. Like if they do Daima heroes, Daima villains, they can keep it, bro. Like I'm gonna keep it 100%. We don't do that. If it's gonna be Daima, just be Daima. So we do also have Tamagami number 3, artificial life forms, and then mission execution. Like he literally only has 2 categories. Now I do think if they're going to do a Tamagami card, I don't know if they will. But if they are going to, I do think it'd probably be Tamagami 3. The other 2 didn't really have like any motion. I saw for them. Like they're like, I mean they're cool, but like Tamagami 3 was the one with like the most personality, the like most unique sort of design. So I mean if they're going to do a Carnival LR for one of them, I think it's gonna be 3. I don't know if they will, but like if they're going to, I think it's going to be him. So, and then we have Third Eye Goma, which like it showed in the the data download last night. They did change the name to properly canon. Now he does actually have, I believe, a super attack, but it's not. It clearly looks like it was like stringed together from a couple of things. It's just like a placeholder. Now, he actually is not on the mission execution category, but you will notice, I mean, he's on categories they've added recently with demonic power and successors. So, I mean, they don't add these categories for nothing. They've been adding these categories. We have the teaser, and we'll see. I think we're going to get more teasers, but we don't know for sure. But, like, the biggest thing out of this that you really have to, like, the voice actress isn't just going through retweeting every single Dokkan battle thing. Like, this is the one thing she's retweeting or resharing, as far as I know. Like I said, I don't have Instagram, but as far as I know, this is the one thing she's like sharing herself. And it's like we're leading up to this campaign. That sort of heartbeat at the end seems like it's maybe supposed to be referencing, well, not exactly, the Super Saiyan 3 Goku into Super Saiyan 4 Goku transformation. So like it's just, there's way too much at this point to write it off. Like, before with like adding a couple assets, adding like a category here or there. It was like, maybe, honestly, it might have been just Cope that I still thought it could have been Namek+ROF. Like, there's definitely that. But I really thought everything seemed to line up for Namek+ROF, but it's just the diamond stuff. It's gotten to the point where it's like there's too much stuff that they've been doing sort of in the background for it to be a coincidence. So I mean, those are my thoughts. Once again, if it were me, I would say I think we're gonna get 4 LRs. I think it's gonna be full Diama. I mean, we'll see on both of those, of course, but that's what I think is gonna happen at least. So let me know what you guys are thinking. If there's any more like big teasers like this, I'll probably be sure to try and cover them. But I just wanted to make a little video here going over a lot of the information we received last night, as well as some of the stuff we've received over the last couple months, and it's just like, for me, I mean, I will be gladly wrong if it does end up being Namek+ROF, but like all of this all together, like it there's no way it's not Diama. Like it has to be at least part Diama. Like if they want to do, which I don't think they should, but if they want to do like half Diama, half GT, 6 LRs, like that could work. But I mean, Diama's still in that, so Diama 99% confirmed. Global, what's the exact Global Dokkan Campaign? Let me know what you guys are thinking. Obviously, we'll be covering the information that comes out on the 2nd as well as the 5th. But that's all for now. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Take care.